Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 8.5 by 11 layout. This is following along for 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Today's sketch is by Jessica Michaels. I will pop the sketch in once I get started on the layout. I'm going to show you the papers in the photo that I plan on scrapbooking today. I'm using a combination of a couple of different Paige Evans collections. Basically, I dug into the stash and pulled out whatever papers I thought would go, and a couple of packs of ephemera, and even thickers from a couple of different collections. So I have my background already in place because it was a little tricky to get this done, but I love the result. So I wanted it to look just like Jessica's sketch. And then I am going to add my photo right in the middle. And I only have one photo, also because I'm doing a smaller scale than 12 by 12. It's only 8.5 by 11. I'm going to do some adjustments. But I totally was inspired by her sketch by using the different pattern papers around the outside of the photos. So I did do that. And then the rest is kind of going rogue. So here I'm picking out a few different stickers to lay down. I'm going to start with the green side first. The first one that I lay down says wild and free. Actually, sorry, the darker green one says wild and free. The white one says play a little. And then the letters that I'm laying down right now are going to spell out every day. And then I will come lay down one more title piece, which is explore. Basically, the layout doesn't really have a title per se. I have a lot of words on the layout that are just playing with the photo. And the photo was just a selfie of us playing around on a trail that we were walking. We were out for a little morning walk, and he was just being funny and doing his typical little dinosaur roar. So I wanted to take a couple of selfies with him. And I do have a few other photos from the same day that will go on a different layout, but this one deserved a page of its own. So here I'm tucking in some little leaves, and those were from one of the flower ephemera packs. And then the little circles that I'm laying around that match with the colors are from a different pack of thickers that aren't really they're like a rubber filling. I don't know of any other thickers that fill like that. But they were from one of Paige Evans' collections. And then that leaf up there by the photo, I tucked in. And now I'm going to start on the pink side. And on the pink side, it says Better Together is the label I laid down just now. And then the next one, the darker pink one, says Selfie Time. And then I'm starting to lay happiness down, and then remembered I have one more word to lay down. So I need happiness to be a little bit higher. I'm going to lay down fun. And I know on camera, they don't look like you can really see them. You can see them in real life very easily. I'm going to lay this flower here because it's green on the bottom and then it goes up to pink. So I figured it was perfect to fit in that spot. And then I'm going to add a couple more little pink flowers around towards the bottom. And then I'm going to kind of mimic the same thing I did on the green side, but I'm going to do it with pink on the top part. And I'm going to add flowers up there instead of leaves. And again, I used the pink little circles and a heart. Just like I used on the bottom, I did use a heart also on the bottom for one of the circles. And then I will add one more flower here in a minute. There's the flower. And I was trying to keep them, kind of pretty much the same as the bottom. And then, I'm going to add one more yellow one to the bottom. It fit one more yellow one because that green leaf isn't very big. So I went ahead and put one more yellow one at the bottom. And then now I'm going to add a little border at the bottom of the green yellow papers in the same order. And I just They're not the size. They're probably a half an inch, if I had to guess, wide. And then I just cut them with the same shape that one of the pattern papers had on it. So I can't tell you the real size of them. And then I did the same thing at the top for the pink papers, and I went light and then the same way, the same color order as the papers across the top. And she had, in the sketch, she had something at the top of the layout, but nothing at the bottom of the layout. And I just decided that I liked it at the top and the bottom, and it was something a little bit different to add to the layout. And then the background paper is also a colorful grid that is white. And it's one of Paige Evans' papers from actually one of her newer collections. But like I said, it probably went through probably 4 or 5 different collections are on this layout, maybe even a few more. Now I'm going to bring in Inky Dinky Do, which is one of my favorite sequence mix from Spiegelmom Scraps. And this one is back in the shop and is available. I absolutely love this sequin mix. It's probably one of my favorites. I actually need to get Jody to send me another one because I'm almost out of this pack. I had to dig in here a couple of times for the sequence that I wanted so that I could add them around the layout. And I'm not adding them in any particular order. I'm just adding, making sure they're small, medium, and large, all in the different areas. And I'm not putting them on top of any of the words or anything like that. I'm just laying them right on the layout in the different color areas. And I thought that would be a little bit easier to do than splatters, since you can't control splatters. So adding the sequence was kind of the same effect as if I added splatters, but I had a little bit more control over it. So I just went ahead and added them all around. And I didn't add any above the flower on the left-hand side or happiness. And I added just a couple. The only one that's kind of outside of the the circle, I guess you would say, is the pink flower on the right hand side. I do add a couple outside of that flower, but that's it. I went ahead and glued them down off screen. They're pretty much exactly in the same spot they were. I just glued them down. And there you go. I will have a few close-ups at the end. And again, this is for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I will leave a link to the Facebook group. Anybody can play along. And thank you, Jessica. I loved your sketch and hope you guys like my layout. Bye. See you in the next video.